Hey Buffalo, welcome to the Aaron Michael Services podcast, and today marks the beginning of something special. You know, every home has a story, and every repair has a lesson. That's what we're here to share with you. Our first episode was all about aging in place, a topic that's deeply personal to us. After working with countless families through Buffalo Resilience Initiative, helping elderly and disabled residents stay safely in their homes, we've seen firsthand how the right modifications can change lives. But that was just the beginning of our story. You see, back in 2012, this journey began as T&N construction, but life had different plans. In November 2015, we lost someone very special. Aaron Michael, a craftsman, a brother, and the inspiration behind what we do today. His legacy lives on in every project we tackle, every home we improve, and now in this podcast. This show isn't just about home maintenance. It's about the stories behind the repairs, the tricks of the trade we've learned over 22 years in Buffalo's unique climate, and the kind of practical DIY wisdom you can only get from someone who's been there, done that, and probably made all the mistakes so you don't have to. Each episode will dive into different aspects of home care, from winterizing your pipes to building the perfect workshop. We'll share real stories from real projects, break down complex repairs into simple steps, and hopefully save you some time, money, and headaches along the way. And just like our company's newest venture, Aaron's Handyman service, our goal is simple. When you need a helping hand, we're here for you. Whether you're a DIY enthusiast looking to learn, a homeowner trying to maintain your biggest investment, or just someone who loves a good story about problem solving, you're in the right place. So grab your coffee, pull up a chair, and let's dive into today's episode. We're talking about aging in place, and trust me, you'll want to hear this one. This is the Aaron Michael Services podcast, where every repair has a story and every story has a lesson. Let's get started.
All right, so we're diving into something a lot of you are thinking about these days. And we found a really kind of an unusual source for this deep dive.
Yeah.
A blog post about aging in place modifications and remodeling. But to get this, it's from a handyman service company
Oh.
in Buffalo, New York.
Oh, wow.
So you might be thinking, what's a handyman's blog going to tell me? But stick with us.
Right.
It's because you might be surprised what kind of insights we can pull out.
Yeah, these kind of everyday sources can be really interesting.
Exactly. So the company's called Aaron Michael Services.
Okay.
And the first thing that caught my eye was the locations. They've got 2 offices in Buffalo, which makes sense. But they've also got one in Dunkirk, New York.
Dunkirk, that's a smaller city, right? It's on Lake Erie,
Yeah.
about 40 miles from Buffalo.
Yeah.
So they're not just serving a big city market then.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it seems like they're reaching a broader customer base.
A rural one, too.
Possibly.
You wonder, does that say something about the demand for these aging-in-place modifications?
It could. I mean, it's interesting to think about. Maybe we're seeing more seniors who want to stay in their homes,
Right.
no matter where they live.
Exactly.
And a big part of that is being able to modify their homes so they can actually stay there comfortably.
So how does a handyman service fit into that whole picture then?
Well, think about the services they offer. Handyman stuff, renovations, restorations.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
It's things like grab bars in the bathroom, maybe widening doorways for wheelchairs.
All right.
Maybe building ramps for easier access.
It's not just fixing that leaky faucet anymore.
Exactly. It's about making homes safer and more accessible.
People's needs change.
Exactly. And those modifications can really make a difference, help prevent falls, make daily tasks easier, and ultimately, let people stay in their homes and keep their independence.
And that's the goal.
Absolutely.
Oh, something else I noticed on their website. They mentioned using cookies.
The cookies.
I gotta admit, I usually just click accept without really thinking about it.
Most people do.
Remind me of what those are all about.
Sure. Cookies are like these tiny files that websites put on your computer.
Okay.
They track your activity, what you're looking at, your preferences. Now, they can be a bit of a privacy concern, but businesses use them to tailor their content
Right.
to specific demographics. Like in this case, maybe they're using cookies to understand what seniors are looking for.
Who are interested in aging in place.
Exactly, to figure out how to serve them better.
So even something like a cookie policy can tell us something about how businesses are adapting.
To this aging population, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It really shows you how technology and aging in place are kind of becoming more connected.
Well, there you have it, Buffalo. Our insights on how to make your home safer and more comfortable as you age. From widening doorways to installing grab bars, we covered a lot of ground in this episode about aging in place. But you know, home modifications aren't just about physical changes. It's about preserving your independence, your memories, and your connection to the community you love. That's why we feel so passionately about this topic. Through our work with the Buffalo Resilience Initiative, we've seen firsthand how the right home upgrades can transform the lives of elderly and disabled residents. It's not just about installing a new ramp or fixing that leaky faucet. It's about empowering people to stay in the homes they've built their lives in. And that's the heart of what we do at Aaron Michael Services. We're not just handymen, we're problem solvers, storytellers, and partners in your journey. Whether you're looking to age in place or tackle any other home project, we're here to lend a helping hand and share our expertise. Now, I know you're probably eager to get started on some of those accessibility upgrades we discussed today. But before you go, let me leave you with one final thought. Next week on the Aaron Michael Services podcast, we'll be covering a topic that's near and dear to our hearts. Tune in to find out what it is. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Signing off. Take care, Buffalo. And remember, when you need a helping hand, call Aaron's Handyman.